Alright, here we are doing a follow-up on the first tournament we had today at Lake Waveland. And as you can see in the first video, caught some pretty decent fish. Had a decent bag. 1535 was the total weight. And then I had that kicker fish, 533 was the weight on that thing. Still didn't win big bass though, because some guy came in with a 6.2. It was a nice one, but that's the way it goes. But we did win first place, and that was a cool 350 bucks, so good start to the season. It was pretty cold and the wind was terrible, and I had all those fish by I think 11:30, which was a good thing, because after that the wind was so bad it was hard for me to hold the boat anywhere, and there was no way I was going to be able to fish any soft plastics or anything deep, because it was just too windy. So I had to throw moving baits all day, and but that's what I caught them on in the morning anyway. So now I'm going to go through the equipment that I used today, the lures and stuff. So we'll start out with what I started out with this morning was the KVD 1.5 in chartreuse and black, and I fished that on a 7-foot Bass Pro Shops cranking stick with a Quantum Energy reel, 5.1 gear ratio, and 10-pound Vicious Pro Elite fluorocarbon line. I think within the first 40 minutes I had 3 nice keepers in the boat on the KVD. I don't know, that thing's one heck of a crankbait. Then went a little while without catching a fish, so we moved and went to grass flat on the other side of the lake and started burning traps through the grass. Wouldn't have any luck, so I pulled out in a little deeper water, about 7 feet, and there was still a little bit of grass growing out there, so we started ripping these red-eye shads through the grass, and I caught one about 3 pounds or so on that. And I was using the red-eye shad in a citrus shad color, and I was fishing that on a Abu Garcia Vendetta rod, 7-foot rod with a Quantum reel, 6.3 gear ratio, and I was using 15-pound Vicious Pro Elite fluorocarbon. And then went about another hour without catching anything, and I just told my partner, I said, we're gonna have to leave. And I just looked over, and the spot that I was going to go to, another boat just pulled up on it. So I decided to fish around the other side of the flat real quick before I moved. And I got in the rod box and pulled out another rod and started throwing the Excalibur XR50 one knocker in citrus shad color, and caught that big bass. Was 533. I caught it on the one knocker, and I was fishing it on Abu Garcia Veritas rod, 7-foot medium action, and a Quantum Energy reel, 6.2 to 1 gear ratio, and 15-pound Vicious Pro Elite fluorocarbon. And after that big fish, I caught a couple small ones, and I really wanted to cull. I had one, the smallest fish I had was about a 2-pounder, and I really wanted to cull that, because I thought that it was going to take between 16 and 18 pounds to win the tournament. But I just couldn't get another keeper. My partner finally caught his first keeper of the day with maybe, about an hour to go, but it wasn't big enough to cull out, and we went in with what we had, and lucky for us, it ended up being enough to win. So that's going to be the wrap up for the first tournament. Next tournament's May 7th, so I'll probably do some pre-fishing between now and then, because things are going to change probably quite a bit between now and then. So I'll probably have another video of how that went, and then we'll do another segment at the next tournament. So until then, I'll see you later.